What's up, my friends? In this video, I'm gonna briefly walk around and share how we got our average fall cleanup prices way higher, so you make way more profit. This is so important. Let's go. How much should you charge for a fall cleanup and what needs to be done? We also have a $700 minimum, so I'm going to walk around this property right now in detail and show you exactly what to do, how much it costs, and why. Real quick, I just got to move this backpack. What up, though? Oh, the rake broke. It snapped. Okay, so fall cleanup, $700 minimum. Here's how it works. Basically, we have to find more stuff that needs to be done on the job site to get it up to $700. So if you're doing fall cleanups for a base price of $250 plus $60 of per yard of debris removed. So let's say you got 2 yards of leaves, that's $120 in debris removal plus $250 base price, that's $370 for a fall cleanup, right? Well, some of these fall cleanups, I'm going to flip this around because you're probably sick of seeing me. There you go. You got all these leaves all over the place. I'm going to go in detail and I'm going to explain everything that we do. So if you got 3 yards of debris removed, 350, 370, what's that? $430. That's, now you're getting up there, right? So what we do is we go in and we offer them ornamental tree trimming. I'm thinking about lowering our price for fall cleanups for some of these properties we can get in and out quickly, because $700 can be a little extreme for something like a fall cleanup, but I haven't done that yet because we have a couple customers that we're actually losing. They're like, you've outpriced us, we're not going to pay you $700 for a fall cleanup. But it's not just that. So we're trimming these ornamental trees up here. You know, there'd be about anywhere from $8,500 per tree. We have an orchard ladder. We go up and we trim them. Although you're not supposed to be trimming trees with shrub trimmers, some customers really love that. They just like the way it looks. We blow all the leaves from the street first, off the curb onto the lawn. Get all the bulk out of here. Then we're gonna pull the truck up. You wanna thoroughly blow out all the garden beds, all the shrubs, every single last leaf. Any perennials need to be trimmed and pruned or just pulled out and removed. I'm sorry, annuals need to be removed. You know, if they're like dead flowers and maybe dead mums or whatever. The perennials can be cut down. I don't see any right here. Perennials are like lilies. Okay, so we always upsell the customer anything that they need that points out. We walk around, hey, you want these shrubs trimmed? We can do that. You want the trees trimmed? We can do that. So we're back here right now trimming. Getting the bulk of the leaves. There you go. And then if you have a mower, a riding mower, you can just run around, suck everything up. So ultimately you'd have 1 to 2 guys blowing everything out, and then a guy on the mower just sucking it up, or 2 guys on 2 mowers. The most efficient fall cleanup is a 4-man team. If you're really booked out, 2 guys on blowers, 2 guys on mowers. Then one guy jumps off of his blower once they got all the beds blown out, and he'll go to a leaf vac machine like a billy goat, and then the other guys can just dump it on the cement or on the grass, and they just suck it up with the billy goat. We don't do that though, because we don't specialize in fall cleanup. Look at this Japanese maple. See all this? We'll just point the blower at that to get all this out. Easy to use. And you can finish the lawn off with a nice final cut with the mower. And all is well with the universe. Blow out all the garden beds, remove annuals, cut back perennials, and then offer plant pruning, offer tree trimming, offer shrub trimming, and try to get every average ticket up higher. So you're doing more on each job. And it's cool if you have other jobs to be to, because then you're obviously making more money. But what I'm saying, if you increase the average ticket on each job while you're already there working, it goes directly to the bottom line, much more profit because you're already there. So even if you increase the average ticket per fall cleanup by just charging a little more for your debris removal and explaining why, and then creating more value by adding shrub trimming and ornamental tree trimming, mo money. Always book a meeting from a meeting. It's an old multi-level marketing rule. So always book the customers for the spring if you're there in the fall. I don't know if your insurance allows it or what your insurance says, but you can also offer gutter cleaning, right? You can clean out all the gutters, and the gutter cleaning depends on the house, but it could be a $250 to clean a one-story walkable ranch to $300 to clean all the gutters and downspouts. There you go, you just increased your average ticket. There's money everywhere, you just got to get it. If you need a software to do all this on, I'm an ambassador of Jobber software. I've been using it for 5 years. It literally does everything. You just have to get it. If you're afraid of paying money for a software, if you use the software properly and you actually utilize it, it makes you money. Right? I'm not guaranteeing you if you're lazy and you don't do anything, it's not going to do anything. But we're in the future now. So if you go to getjobber.com/Kelfus, you get a free 2-week trial and a huge discount with my exclusive link. I'll put a link in the description below. Sign up, get it implemented. And also now I've been talking to Jobber. You can actually book a session with them and they'll hop on a Zoom call for onboarding, and there's tons of training videos that help you get your whole business integrated onto Jobber so you can just take off and you'll be crushing it. These equipment defender racks here are amazing because you can just stack all your tools. If you go to equipmentdefender.com, you can save 10% off all your equipment defender racks by using the promo code Keith10 during checkout. So go to equipmentdefender.com, or you can get access to all the resources that I talk about in my videos, from software to tools to everything, by just going to keithkelfus.com/resources. But these equipment defender racks are dope. Keith 10. Guys, we're at the 2025 Equip Expo in Louisville, Kentucky at the Exmark booth, and we're with Lenny. He's with marketing. And I'm so excited because I just got the brand new Radius X 48-inch mower, and we're here now. He's gonna tell us a little bit about the mower and what you can expect and all the specs. What's up, Lenny?
Not much. How we doing, brother?
Dude, walk us through this amazing mower. I'm really excited, and share with everybody about the specs of the mower and what it can do.
Absolutely. I'm so glad we could get you into this. So, you know, the big thing right off the bat that you see is we brought the look from the Laser ZX series. So with the darker gray, you know, the flash of red down the side, the gray wheels. So it looks great, but the other thing is, this thing is so durable, right? We start off, we've got Kawasaki FR engines, you got an FR 691, so plenty of horsepower to throw grass out of that 48-inch deck, right? You've got suspension seat, gives you a great ride, you know, while you're out there mowing. Something else that we brought from the Laser, we actually brought the frame down from the Laser. So now it's got the same 1x3-inch frame that we do on the Laser Z. So all of that just is gonna add up to so great durability, as well as such a nice ride on the machine. Have you got any cutting done yet?
No, I just got it.
Just got
I'm really excited.
Sweet.
And I have the other one and I love it. I want to jump on it.
Absolutely. So you're up there, you know, you can dial the seat in, to your weight. Right there on the front knob, right between your knees.
Yeah. Okay.
So we've got the Ultra Cut Series 3 deck on this thing. So that great quality cut, not only great quality of cut, but it'll disperse those clippings so you don't even see it, right? So it all just goes straight into the ground. This machine, we've also got the adapt accessory. So that's where we can adjust the pitch of the rake to kind of match those different turf conditions.
The pitch, can you explain that?
So what we do right from the factory is we actually have the back of the deck a little bit higher than the front. What that does is that allows us to pull air into the deck and allows us to discharge that grass a lot better. But sometimes if we get into really heavy grass, maybe we want a little bit more pitch. That frees up some of the path of the blades, pulls more air in, allows us to handle more grass at once with that, right? So, and then when you get down south, guys can have a lot, you know, Dallas grass or Bahia grass. Then we actually go the opposite way. We'll drop the back of the deck down, and that puts the full swing of the blade in the grass. So it'll cut those stemmier grasses, Bahia, buckhorn, those type of things. Or, you know, something that I battle with at home is the doggone dandelions, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, when I don't get pre-emergent down or something.
So I know when I'm cutting, if there's dandelions, I have to slow down because I'll go over them, and then there's some will stick back up.
Yes, yeah. So that helps because now we've got that full rotate of the blade. You bet, man.
Dude, I love it. This thing is so sweet. And they're available now because they're here. People
available, yes, absolutely. You should be hitting the dealer floors right now.
Gutter cleaning can be very profitable if you do it right and if you charge the right prices. It could be a huge headache if you don't and you do it the wrong way. What's up? This is Keith Kelfis. I have a landscaping business in Michigan, and I'm going to tell you what I charge to clean gutters and the mistakes that I've made so you don't make them. But you can make really good money offering gutter cleaning, and I'm really excited about we're creating a marketing and promotional campaign so we can do a lot of gutter cleaning this year because I've learned if you do it the right way, it's really profitable. Okay, so I'll start right out with the pricing, and then I'll tell you the story of why and behind it. Okay? If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Boop! Hit it. And I'll put links in the description below or around here of my other gutter cleaning videos. All right, so a one-story ranch walkable roof, not like this house, but just a one-story ranch is bare minimum $99. I have a $299 minimum to show up to any customer's property all year long. We'll make an exception for gutter cleaning because it's such a fast process if you do the process right. If it's a $99 to $150, I don't know what your man-hour rate is or what your model is, but if it's a split level house and it takes you a little bit longer, $150 to $200. A two-story house like this could be $199 to $249, up to $299. A bigger house, it goes on and on and on. I used to clean gutters for $35 when I first got started. I was running around by myself and I was broke. And here's the mistakes that you can make. First of all, saying yes to a customer without publishing your boundaries and your policies of what you will and will not do. Okay, so or willing to do or able to do. Okay, so a house like that is not a walkable roof. You have to decide in your business and if you're insured or not to do so. And if you are equipped to do something like that, right? A two-story house with a steep roof. When I first got started, I was so interested in just trying to get customers and to make money to pay my bills and save customers money and build a clientele that I would say yes and do a whole house like that for $85 and then find myself in a sticky position. Let me know in the comments below if you're willing to admit it, where you're like up on the roof and you're terrified and there's ice on the roof and now you're so scared because you can't get that last little tiny 5-foot section of gutter way up over there on the peak. You just can't get it. You can't get it. And you don't even know what to do, and you're not going to risk your life, and you got two choices. You can risk your life to go get that because you told the customer you would do it, or you can go knock on their door like a complete unprofessional and say, "Oh, I know that I told you I was going to clean your gutters, but I can't. I did everything, but I can't get that little bit. It's too high, and I'm scared." Or there's a third option. You can take your little $85 gutter cleaning job and you can go all the way to Home Depot and you can drop like $400 on like the biggest ladder they have and come all the way back and use it to get that little tiny last section of gutter. And now you're stuck with this big stupid ladder that you might not ever use except for a couple times a year. You ever been in that position? So this is where you start publishing up front that we only do walkable roofs. I don't know what your system is for cleaning gutters. There's two systems. One is you can go up with a bucket and you could scoop it all out by hand or with a scooper and then lower the buckets down. It's clean, it's professional. You can inch a ladder around. It's more time consuming. You should charge more for that, I believe, because you got to make your man hour rates. You got to make your minimums to make your business work, or else you're just turning over dollars. Stupid. But two is you can literally run around on the roof with a backpack blower and in 30 seconds just blow out all the gutters and blow out all the downspouts and bounce. Well, there's a good compromise here, and it's letting the customer know on the phone the process of how you clean gutters. Okay, Mrs. Jones, well, the way that we clean the gutters is we go around the gutters with a backpack blower. There's two ways to do it. One is you can inch a ladder around the house with a handheld blower and blow it out. Or two is you can walk around on the walkable roof, and you can blow out all the gutters. We blow out all the downspouts, and then take a rake and a tarp, and we go around on the ground, and we blow and rake up into a pile, and we clean up the mess that we made, and we dispose of it properly. And if a little bit of like dirt gets on the siding, if the gutter's wet, right, you just rinse it off with a hose real quick. I prefer that method. I prefer the method of blowing it out. I don't care if somebody, oh, that's unprofessional. We do it by hand with the bucket, and we're so proud of it. I mean, dude, that's probably the right way to do it, right? I think that's the most professional way to do it. I hate doing that so much that I would really rather not clean gutters ever again, and I would never clean gutters ever again. So, and there are plenty of customers that are willing for you to just walk around and just blow them out, clean up your mess, and bounce. Now, if you tell the customer that, then you might have to move some patio furniture out of the way, but as long as you disclose to them that that's what you're going to do, they're not going to freak out when they see you just blowing stuff all over their yard and all over their patio, because you're going to clean it up, right? But I think that you have to publish to the customer and let them know that it's normal the way you do it. If there's going to be like dirty water blowing all over the patio, and you're going to clean it up the best you can. Otherwise, if you want us to go around and do it with a hand and by bucket, it's going to be $300, or it's going to be some exorbitantly high price if you want me to do it by hand. The reason I'm over explaining this, and I'll move the video along, is because I've promised customers, I've told customers I would clean their gutters. I go up, this is in the past, before I learned all this stuff, and why it's so important to publish your policy and what you're doing, and get the customer to agree up front so you're meeting expectations. I go on the customer's roof, huge house. I start blowing out the gutters. The customer goes, stop, you're blowing leaves in my garden beds and all over my beautiful lilies. I go, oh, that's the way I do it. I didn't know you do it like that. I thought that you were going to take the bucket and go around and scoop it out by hand. That's the way my husband used to do it. So, when you plan on something taking you 30 minutes, and now it turns into 3 hours, and you're hanging off the side of some lady's roof with a bucket, and you're sitting there lowering down 50 buckets for 3 hours, and you're freezing, and you're not equipped because you didn't bring the stupid little scooper and the stupid little you didn't bring that. And the lady's looking up at you, say, aren't you going to get that little leaf all sticking up on there? And you're sitting there, we're doing a good job. And you're just sitting there, no more profit for me. No more profit for you. Have you ever done gutter cleaning? You know what I'm talking about. Aren't you? And then you're done. Wait. You're all done cleaning the gutters. And you knock on the customer's door. We're all done. Here's the invoice. Well, did you take the hose up there? And did you take the hose up there and stick the hose inside of every single gutter? Because I thought you were going to rinse them all down. I thought you were going to rinse because the little tiny black specks. My Uncle Peter was up there in 2014 and he took a picture and he showed me that there was a little tiny black specks. I don't want the little tiny black specks. You're like, if you've never seen my videos before, you're like, this guy's crazy. Okay. And you're looking at the customer, and you're like, what, you want me to get out the hose? The hose on your house isn't even long enough to even take up. I'm gonna die. I don't do it that way. What do you mean you don't do it that way? And I'm not paying you. In fact, I'm gonna leave you a negative 1-star review on Google. All right, dude, listen. So you tell the customer, listen, we go up, we blow the stuff out, we clean it up, we bounce. And it looks beautiful. It's great. We do the job. We clean out the gutters. We clean out the downspouts. Not only do we clean out the downspouts, we clean out the upspouts. We'll go around to all the French drains. We'll take the little caps out. I mean, the buried gutter downspouts, and blow it this way too. So it goes pew, right at the top of the gutter and all over my head. Right? Well, the whole crew will stand there and want to stick the okay, you're like, this dude needs to calm down. It's just so aggravating when you're trying to do good things and feed your family, and you keep making stupid mistakes, and you don't know how to fix them. Because the customer imagined in their head that you were going to do like this big bang up $500 job for $85. Ain't gonna work. But I thought you were gonna take out the pressure washer, and you were gonna paint all, I mean, clean all the gutters too. You said you were doing gutter cleaning. What? I had I'm trying not to digress too much here. I had a customer, they didn't speak very good English, and on my website once, because we do a lot of window cleaning too, the Q-tip treatment. And I don't know, I just took it off some other website, which was not smart. The customer actually thought, and this is what I was charging so low for cleaning windows, that I literally couldn't even afford to, like, the gas money to get to their house. I'm all done cleaning the windows, the whole house. I'm excited. I'm almost done. I'm going to get the hell out of here and get to the next job. And the customer goes, where's the Q-tips? The Q-tips. I go, Q-tips? What do you mean Q-tips? It shows right here on your website that you were going to clean the windows with Q-tips. Q-tips! Q-tips. Well, I broke out into a sweat, and I started shaking in this customer's house. I was like, Q-tips. That was a lie. It was a lie. I lied. You know why I lied? Because I wanted to sound professional so you would hire me, and now you're holding me to my word. I was like, oh my God, I gotta go get Q-tips now, and I gotta clean the windows with Q-tip. You know what you should do? Bill Nye the Science Guy. That's what you should do. What I mean is put on a whole science suit with the goggles and Q-tips. They're until just sit there to 2040. No, the customer's like, will you please leave now? They've grown a full beard. The wife has grown a full beard too. There's bags under their eyes. It's been like 40 years, and you're only on the third window. Q-tips. So I had to immediately remove that from the website. God, this has nothing to do with gutter cleaning. I gotta go. We're on this cleanup right now. Freezing, it's 29 degrees. We're about to do fall cleanup, gutter cleaning, and putting everything into the dump trailer. And we're about to take out this mower and do a final cut. And I'm excited. How about you? Let's get started. Fall cleanup start at $300 plus $60 per each yard of leaves removed. A yard of leaves is, well, if they're crunched up and mulched or if they're fluffy, it depends. So you come up with a yard for yourself. I'm not going to explain that here, but an average cleanup is about $360 to $450. Some cleanups are $800, some cleanups are $1,600. Our average cleanup we can get in and out for $400. We blow out all of the garden beds, and we suck up and clean all the leaves. We deadhead the plants and clean up the perennials, which are plants that come back year after year, like lilies and things like that. Any grasses, like these fountain grasses. These fountain grasses we cut back down to the base. We leave some of the sticks sticking up, so there's a nice base for the new growth next year to have support. This is a landscape job we did a few years ago. It was like 12 or 15 grand or something. I mean, we demoed everything in the garden beds. The bushes were so high they were above the gutters. We brought a chipper out here, we got rid of everything, ripped it all out, and we installed all brand new garden beds with plants all the way around the whole property. I think I got a video of that. I'll put it in the link in the description below. And if you look around, we did all this metal edging and all the cobblestone, the brand new, I think dogwood shrubs are those? I don't know what that one is, I don't remember. But the burning bush, rose of Sharon, what is this, a dwarf mugo pine, boxwood shrubs. Over here we have a fountain grass. We got lilies all in here. And we got that's a dwarf ivory halo dogwood shrub to cover up the energy meter. And then we got these shrubs wrapped around here. One funny thing I didn't talk about was when all of these tons of stones showed up and they dumped them in the street right here, there was so much dirt that it was washing all the way down. We had to wash the rocks with water all the way down the street for like 4 hours straight. So if you ever order decorative stone, make sure you jump up inside and look in the truck if you have it delivered, and make sure that it's clean product if you're going to be installing it in customers' landscape beds, and especially on top of fabric. We also did this border around all the trees here. That one looks a little cockeyed. Oh, because the roots, see? That's why we don't do retaining walls around trees or any edging in the ground. You call it a retaining wall around a tree is basically called a tree coffin. See, look how the roots grow and push the rocks up. So it can flex. So we got rocks and cobblestone. Some might even argue you shouldn't even put stone around the trees. We installed this mailbox, put rocks around. That's what it was. When we were installing this mailbox, I was like, are we doing this right? Shouldn't there be dimensions? And I was looking just the other night, there's hyper-specific dimensions of how you should install a mailbox. How many inches off the ground? How many inches behind the curb from the line of the grass? And it has to be very specific. That actually looks, yep, no, it's sticking over the curb line. I didn't know, man, that was 2 years ago. He's cutting back all the perennials and throwing them on a tarp, and we're gonna put them in the dump trailer, and then we're gonna blow out all the garden beds. He's got the okasunas. Have you ever seen that? The okasuna trimmers? Okasuna trimmers are the best trimmers. I think of like samurai okasuna. What's up? This is the Exmark 48-inch riding mower. It's the Radius X model. It works perfect for pro landscapers and lawn guys, or homeowners looking for, if you got a bigger property in your homeowner, this is it. This thing's a steel tank. It has everything with the Ultravac bagging system, the chute, dual baggers in back, virtually indestructible. Of course, it needs maintenance like anything else, and if you do need to do maintenance on it, you can get Exmark OEM original manufacturer parts at your local, well, you can just order them online and have them delivered directly to your house. You can also pick up parts at like Weingart's and stuff too, but you can order them online and get them direct, like belts, blades, oil, pretty much everything that you need directly to your house, exmark.com. This is a sponsored video by Exmark. I've been using Exmark mowers my whole life. I cut grass for 15 years. And now we use this Exmark mower for spring cleanups, fall cleanups. We're doing a fall cleanup right now on this property. Let's get started. My dude Kyle here filming is very good at striping. So I want to see him make some stripes, and then I'm going to fly the drone over and capture the stripes. Let's go. Hey, quick funny story. I was on the phone I was looking for a plumber a couple months ago, and he said something amazing to me. So this customer, real quick, we did like a $12,000 to $14,000 landscape job for them, whole landscaping, and then now we do their spring cleanups, fall cleanups, gutter cleanings, stuff like that. And so For some reason, the plumber's a small business owner. I got a phone with him, and then he got a phone with me, and all I had was a small plumbing job to do, and I felt kind of bad. Like, I understand you must have a minimum for you to come out, because we have a minimum, like it's like a $300 minimum, right? But he talked about, hey, I might come out to your house for $100, $150, but once you know me, like me, and trust me, in the future, it might even take a few years. Eventually, you might hire me to do a $3,500 job. And he said, he goes, I just left a customer right now. We just did like all their plumbing in their whole house. It was thousands of dollars or something. And then he originally met that customer a few years ago off of a tiny job. So he says, you can't have, you know, all the meat and potatoes. It can't be all meat and potatoes. There's got to be the little stuff too, the bread and butter stuff. And I've been really thinking about that. I asked a friend of mine who's kind of a mentor in the landscape business, who's been in the business like 28 years. You know, guy's built a multi-million-dollar company. And I was real frustrated last year's spring. And I was like, man, what is the secret to this? He felt my frustration. I didn't even have to talk. And he goes, here is what I've learned, Keith, and I'm sharing with you. He said, I really found over all the years, he's like, it's all about getting good clients. Good clients, great clients. Clients that, you know you, like you, and trust you. They don't complain about the prices. They understand if you have to raise the price due to fuel surcharge and all this stuff, and they stick with you, and they're actually loyal for real, and they support you in your business, and you support them. They have good and they stick with you for years and years. And to find clients like that, he says you're gonna sometimes have to kiss a lot of frogs. But as the years go on and you do your due diligence, little by little, you'll start to pick up really good clients that stick with you for the long haul. And those are the ones that get you through the lulls. Now, I don't know about like bad economy. Why should I do? Because I started my business in a bad economy and it's kind of shaky right now. But the good clients always, not always, sometimes they dump you. See, man, business, it'll throw you a constant curveball. Oh, Kyle, what's up? But anyways, we did lawn care the first few years, and I got so busy landscaping that I let go of the lawns. And frankly, when I first got started, I was so broke and so in debt, I couldn't even afford to get a good lawnmower. I was using an old beat up walk behind, and I went from using really nice, you know, $15,000 Exmark mowers, like the top of the line ones, to now using like an old beat up 1980 walk behind. But then now to have a Exmark mower again for the last few years and using it for all of our spring and fall cleanups, it made fall and spring cleanups so much faster and more efficient, because it's just like a vacuum. And obviously if you cut grass, it's a lawn cutting machine, but it just sucks up all the leaves, man. I was thinking about getting one of those like billy goat things, but we don't even need it. The ones that you walk behind and it sucks up the leaves, because the Ultravac system on the mower, it's the deal. Let's go see.
Super full.
It's packed. Oh yeah. Satisfying when you pull it and all right, I got a bill and invoice. I gotta invoice this client and get paid, dog. Then we gotta roll to the next job. I'll see you in a minute. Funny thing, perfect timing. I just walked in the door home from work, and there's a postcard in my mailbox from Weingart's about Exmark OEM parts. If you have an Exmark mower or you plan on getting one in the future, by the way, this video is sponsored by Exmark, so this is perfect timing. Belts, blades, oil, fluids, everything you need delivered directly to your doorstep 24/7, 365. Just go to shop.exmark.com. I'll also put links in the description below, and shout out to Weingart's. And I just put my podcast sticker on here to hide my address. That's my podcast, by the way. But you can pause this, read through all this, and check this out. And I love Exmark, and I love what they're offering. So yeah, check it out. Go to shop.exmark.com. I'll put the links in the description below. Thanks for watching. There's 3 secrets of how I'm getting double for my fall cleanups. I'm about to tell you how. You know I'm just playing. So here's what it is. Now we're charging $250 for a fall cleanup, which we should have been charging this whole time. So you can run a legitimate business and be properly insured, $60 per yard of debris removed, right? So if you're removing 3 yards of leaves,
That's $180. But here's the next thing I'm gonna tell you. It's upsells and add-ons. I used to charge $250 for a fall cleanup, and then I forgot to charge for the debris. Since we're doing the fall cleanup, do you need your gutters and downspouts cleaned? Do you have any ornamental trees or shrubs that needed to be trimmed? So you could do final fall trimming. These little ornamental trees we're trimming right here are $150 a piece to trim up these little crab apples. If they were bigger, they'd be $250, $350, right? And you can totally do that. This is the Exmark 48-inch Radius X riding mower. You gotta have the proper tool for the job. This thing's like a big vacuum. It's got the Ultravac system, sucks up the leaves, grinds them, discharges them through the chute into the double bagger system. So easy. The third and final secret I learned is you have to have a predetermined job minimum. What is the minimum you can afford to perform a job to make it worth your time? For us, our minimum was $312.50. Now we have a $700 minimum. So we have customers looking for other things to do, or we find other stuff to do that absolutely needs to be done so we can get to our $700 minimum. Yours might be $350, $400. Find out what it is for you. So what are the 3 secrets? So 1, let the customer know ahead of time very clearly and in the contract that there's a charge per yard of leaves removed, and give them an estimated amount. Hey, we're thinking it's gonna be 3 to 4 yards, $180 to $240 on top of the charge. We'll know better when we get in there, but our average fall cleanup is $400. And the fall cleanup can include cleaning all the leaves by blowing them out of the garden beds, trimming back all the perennials. Number 2, what is it? It's upsells and add-ons. Mrs. Jones, do you need the gutters clean? Ornamental tree trimming, final shrub trimming. Is there anything else we could do while we are here to get the average ticket price a lot higher? And then number 3 is knowing your worth and having a job minimum that you just can't afford to show up to do the job for anything less than that price. And there's gonna be some difficult conversations, but if you're marketing and advertising your business correctly, then there's always gonna be new customers to fill in that gap. It's hard to raise prices on existing customers by more than what is a fair yearly increase given the rate of inflation. But brand new customers, they don't know the old you. They don't know the new upgraded identity you. It's time to graduate. Know your worth. So that's how we got double. Used to be $350. I couldn't figure out why at the end of the year the dollars weren't matching up. And now we got it up to $700. That's double. So start getting double. You're just creating more value for your clients, and you're having less windshield time and increasing the average ticket price of each job. Do it with your fall cleanups. I'm Keith Kelfis. Hope you like this video. Subscribe. Check the links below. And I also want to say thank you to Exmark Mowers. This mower is awesome.